my wife is the co-founder of our business, and in fact, every business we've done together. It's funny. I friends of mine, we were having a few drinks on a Friday, and a couple of mates were saying to me, "So you work together, you live together. We saw you out exercising together the other day. Like, this is weird. You guys are weird." And I had to try to explain to them that it's this weird, odd sensation or odd scenario that I actually really like my wife. It's maybe a bit strange, but we
Yeah, dude.
so have, have you found that working together has any specific or distinct advantages or disadvantages compared to other business relationships?
I think I mean, it could be, at least in our case, it was a tremendous advantage. And the reason why it was a tremendous advantage, we were 24/7 thinking how we were going to solve the problems, how we were going to innovate, right? And kind of like this interaction of thinking, solving problems, I think it gave us a competitive advantage. Of course,
Yeah.
I think part of the key on that, Simon, it's three things. We knew our roles. I was CEO, he was CTO. We have clarity, that I was running the direction of the company. We were working on the vision. And so we didn't step on each other's toes for the most part. And we
Yep.
developed protocol for conflict resolution. So
Yeah.
when
Cool.
we couldn't agree, right, or there was too much of um, we were not aligned. So we had a protocol on how we were going to resolve it. That's for another podcast.
Yeah. Yes, indeed, indeed. Um, I ask a question here, I guess from my own experience, but it's I certainly, well, maybe it's more of a statement. I certainly know with my wife, there are times when, sometimes you can't, you've got so much going on in your business that, you're wanting to voice it, but the other person is at that point where they don't want to talk business anymore. And yeah, please.
Yeah, yeah. So we kind of like agree, right, that if we could not have I'm Latin, right? My husband is from Spain, also very Latin. So we will get in very passionate discussions about technology, direction, vision. And part of this protocol, it was if we cannot have a dialogue in how we're going to solve this problem. We're going to put it away, right? And we continue the next day and we don't talk about this issue anymore, right? So kind of like a
Yeah,
settle, right? And we come back and revisit, right? And then, and there were
yeah,
some norms of conduct, right? And that I mean, we couldn't get too passionate about it, right? So yeah, interesting. But I mean,
yeah,
we kind of like developed that over time, Simon.
yeah,
It was very passionate. And even for our employees, it was hard for them to really understand. I mean, we're very, very Latin, right? That, we're having these very passionate discussions, right? And then we walk out and we're incredibly happy and laughing and all that, right? So,
yeah. Well, and I think you've got to be passionate about things too, but I can appreciate that. It's yeah, that's cool. There's always an interesting dynamic with merging personal and business life. Um, one of the things I've always found as a benefit too is that, like, when you're trying to take on the whole world out there and do great things and manage all the challenges, it's good to know that somebody's got your back, right? Somebody that you can just trust. You don't have to fight a war on two fronts. It's sort of, well, hopefully doing business is not like doing a war, but you're out there, right? You're putting yourself out there, you're taking risks, you're doing all that stuff. And I think as soon as you're split and you're divided on two fronts, it's very, very hard to achieve anything.
yes.